Welcome back. A Namibian survivor of trafficking in persons syndicates who was lured to Myanmar with false job promises courageously shares her journey of survival, the challenges she faced and the lessons that she's learned. Her case follows a statement by the Ministry of International Relations which confirmed that the group responsible is part of an international trafficking syndicate, a matter widely reported by local media. We're now joined by Augusta Alves Carlos as she unpacks her experience and raises awareness and helps protect others from similar dangers. Augusta, good evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thanks, God.
Yeah, and thank goodness that you're home safe. Augusta, just to start with, can you just very briefly explain to us how exactly, this came about and how you were lured to Myanmar?
All right. This was earlier last year, which was May 2025. I was home job hunting as always because I was unemployed at that moment. And a very close friend of mine that I grew up together with traveled out of the country in connection with a job. So he was like, don't you want a job? So for me, I was like, this is an opportunity for me to grab. So I was like, okay, so what's the job all about? So he gave me connections. And then after that, I followed all the procedures that I was given to follow. And everything sounded so legitimate to a point where I didn't doubt a bit if this was me being human trafficked or it was just me getting a job. You understand?
Yeah.
So I was interviewed. They sent me in for my body checkup and everything. After the interview, they informed me that they were gonna call me back, and if I'm not through, then they were not gonna call me back. So after 24 hours of the interview, they actually contacted me back with the information of me being through with the interview and passing it. And then they said they'll cover all my travel expenses, which they did as they promised. But then they told me that there was another Namibian that was also gonna go with me because I can't travel alone because of I'm a lady.
Yeah.
And they were also maybe scared. I don't know. I didn't really concentrate on that. My point was all about I got a job and yeah.
Yeah.
So we went through South Africa actually. They bought for us tickets for the bus first, and then we went through South Africa. I traveled with a guy, not knowing that me and this guy actually grew up together. When I met him, I felt so comfortable. I was like, oh, okay. So at least now I'm safe if I'm traveling with this person that I grew up together with. And they didn't warn me anything about not to let my family know about the job, because when I did the interview, I was actually sitting in the sitting room with my big sister and my mother. They were all listening to the story when I was being interviewed. So we took a chance and we went, just for me to find myself in a mess.
Yeah.
When we got there.
Tell me, how many days were you over there?
I was there for actually 5 months. When I got there, I didn't have any option because they told me you are in a scamming complex, and for you to get out of this complex, you need to pay us about 1,500 US dollars. So I asked myself that question. I said, if I didn't have money to travel because they covered all my traveling expenses, so if I didn't have that money, what makes me think that I was gonna have the money to pay them back at the spot, and them also making sure that I'll get back home safe? So they promised me if I finish the contract, they were gonna make sure that I get home safe to my family.
Yeah. Well, what steps
And
helped
then
you?
I stayed there.
Just to interject there, what steps helped you, to get home safely then in the end?
To get home safely in the end is to finish the contract, which is 18 months contract. You sign a contract of 18 months and then you follow all the procedures that they are going to give you, because they teach you everything actually. What you need to do, what you don't need to do, everything. And if you follow the instructions, then they will make sure that they send you back home safe after you finish what you started.
Well, this is unfortunate because, Augusta, like you said, there were no red flags, because I want to know, what it is that you want Namibians to know about the risks of human trafficking. What would you say those would be, seeing that everything seemed so smooth in the start for you when you traveled with somebody that you knew? There was nothing that made you feel uncomfortable about the process.
Yes. So what I can say about that is you only get to find out later when you're already in the mess, because they tell you this job is in Thailand while it's not in Thailand. Because you get to go about crossing the forest, which was not part of the whole conversation when you started talking to this person. So you only get to find out when you start now crossing the forest, the rivers, and the mountains, and you get to read now the what the body language people are using, that these people are also just getting used to like traffic you somewhere. It's actually not them that invited you there, or they are not the one that are giving you the job. And also it started from the airport. The red flag started from the airport, where when I'm communicating to this person that hired us, he's sending us random pictures of us, like on our WhatsApp group, because we had a WhatsApp group where we were communicating. So he been sending us pictures now from the airport. Now I'm thinking to myself, who took these pictures? If me and him are traveling, just the two of us.
Augusta,
That's when it started.
Yeah. I want to know, just lastly, unfortunately, we're out of time. Of course, there's many young people that are looking for jobs, and not just young people in general. People are always looking for better opportunities and so forth. But how can, young people protect themselves from such situations?
Okay, for you to protect yourself from such situations, you need to have strong faith and just believe that you will find that job that you are looking for. Even if you have to maybe start up a small business and do something for yourself instead of trying to find jobs abroad, and listening to people actually, because I learned not to trust anyone during this process, because even I got to learn that even people close to you can actually read you into danger without even notifying you or anything. So maybe job creation can also help this Namibian young people. So if maybe we create more job opportunities and stuff like that, it can help us not to, to do such mistakes in life.
Augusta, we're so happy that you're back safe, and thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much.
That was a young Namibian woman speaking to us there about her experience having been lured to Myanmar in the disguise of a job, which ended up not being exactly what it was said to be. We're happy that she's back home, and of course she can share what transpired there and warn others to avoid the same trap. On that note, we wrap up today's edition of the Daily Roundup. We're back, of course, tomorrow, same time and place. From myself